dirty, sir. Look at my shoes. Not a speck on them. How do you do? I came to wish you joy.
Joy? Oh, the wedding. It's a terrible day.
There have been several film adaptations of Emma by Jane Austen. Gwyneth Paltrow did an excellent one. In this case, Emma is Anya Taylor-Joy, and Knightley, her conscience, is Johnny Flynn. But she sparkles, and it's a more complex view of Emma than before, which she explains.
We had 2 weeks prior of rehearsals, and I think the most nervous I was in the entire filming process happened in rehearsals when I had to learn how to hold the teacups, because everything is so intricate and small, and you're trying to make as least noise as possible, and it's very frightening until you get it into your body, and then it just helps you get into character. But
sort of muscle memory then.
Yeah, but there's a lot to learn, and I think actually once you do the hard work of learning all the rules, it's so much more fun to break it, because you have a hyper awareness of when, two hands are touching, and that means a lot, and the significance of breaking those rules, and it actually gives you a weird freedom within that.
There's so much that is done with just the eyes in this.
There's a lot of stillness in this period, and you can't dance around and go crazy because you're bound in like this. So there's only certain movements that really work. And we had somebody on set who was our sort of etiquette trainer who would constantly kind of
correct us if we were ever being too fluid or anything like that.
When did you feel something went click and you understood her, you felt her?
With Emma, it was about first having the posture down and understanding kind of her resting facial expression. I needed the resting smugness and the resting, watchfulness and all of that, and that way I could kind of break down my face, if that makes any sense. And so, and allow, and it also had a lot to do with who was watching, because Emma performs. So if people are watching her, she's, pretending to feel something very different, and that meant any moment that she was by herself, you could really just let everything go. And there's a wonderful scene where I'm being undressed and almost having a bit of a panic attack, and that was one of my favorite bits of Emma, because that's Emma when there's nobody around and there's nobody to perform for. So that's kind of the core, and then you build it up.
Well, thank you both. It's very enjoyable, and I love watching your work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm Patrick Stoner in London with Emma.
Dearly beloved friends, we gather here.
Flicks with Patrick Stoner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.
I'm Patrick Stoner. Watch more interviews by subscribing to WHYY.